monster.
Hey guys, Clone Guy here, and today I have an old replay for you. And there's a couple of reasons for this. Actually, there are a few reasons, and it's quite interesting. First of all, my desktop, for reasons unknown to me, actually very, very known to me. I don't know why I started off with unknown to me, because they're very much known, is very slow. And when I'm rendering a video, it will take about an hour and a half to render a 20-minute video at 60 frames and 1080p, which is not very good. And I thought to myself, can you imagine how much time I would save if it took less than an hour and a half to do such a thing? So now we've got this video, which is going to be about 10 minutes long, and so theoretically it should take 45 minutes. Hopefully it will be less, because today we are on my laptop, which I used for streaming a few weeks ago, World of Tanks PC, which I definitely want to get back into. So we're testing this out. And on this laptop, even though it's new, I have my old hard drive from an old laptop I had 2 years ago. And it has a bunch of replays from a long time ago, which I haven't gotten to. And so that's why you're seeing this now, is this replay from almost 2 years ago. This replay is from July of 2018, back when I was in Nightmare, back when my username was CloneGuy72. And because of this, you're going to see something with the aiming circle. And we have some theories on the aiming circle, and I think we've figured out why shells are hitting outside the circle. So that excites me, but we'll get into that later once we're in a position where we can fully aim a shot, pause it, and then analyze it. That's what we're going to be doing here in our FV215B, which is my favorite heavy tank in the game. And just because it's my favorite doesn't mean it's good. Trust me, this tank isn't actually that good. But let's take a look at this aiming now. We're going to aim up a shot here on this Batchat 12-ton. There we go. And right now we are fully aimed. This is as small as your circle can get as of, well, in 2 years ago, as small as you can get. Now I'm going to show you a picture from SpaceBANDIT from a week ago. He posted a video in the FV215B. This is him aiming. Did you see how much smaller it got? So what exactly is going on? And in case you couldn't quite tell, I'm going to have another picture where I'm going to cut out that circle. There we go, just like that. And put it over this one. Perfect. Do you see that? Do you see how much smaller that is? So the small one is what we see now. The large one is what we saw 2 years ago. What exactly happened to the aiming? Why is it like this? What happened? Well, I don't know if you guys remember this little update that happened. When was it? In November 22nd? I think is when it happened. Update 4.12 is here. New features and improvements. Aiming indicator improvements. We adjusted the HUD crosshair to more accurately reflect the current status of the weapon's dispersion. This change affects the third-person, first-person, and sniper view. It does not impact the SPG strategic view or trajectory views. Wait, what does this mean? Well, when Update 4.12 came out, they made the circles smaller to quote-unquote more accurately represent where the shells are going to go in the circle. I am here to argue that they messed it up, because we have shells hitting outside our circles now. So I think what's happened is they've made the circles too small. I don't think our shells are actually missing more. I think, I could be wrong. Maybe our shells are missing more. This is just me being optimistic. You're being optimistic about a mistake, Clone Guy? Well, it's a better mistake than the RNG being broken, okay? I think what happened is when they made the circle smaller, they made them too small, because now we have shells hitting outside the circle. So I think to fix this, there's two things they can do. One, or change these circles back to how they were. Or two, make the circles just a little bit bigger. Or, well, fix it. Make it so that what you see is what you get. If the circle is this big, then the circle is going to hit inside that circle. If the circle is bigger, then it's going to hit inside that circle. If the circle is smaller, then it's going to hit inside that circle. Make it so the shells hit inside the circle. That's it. That's all that they need to do to fix this, and that will be great. Fantastic. So what have we done today? We've created a new theory and analyzed exactly how we think the game got broken in Update 4.12. We're taking a look at an older replay, because it's here and we may as well. And we are testing out my new laptop, seeing how it does with compressing a video. So we're doing 3 things right now. So fantastic, great things right now. Now, why were we playing the FV215B 2 years ago, Clone Guy, you may be asking. Maybe you're not asking that, but I'll give you an answer anyway. We're playing the FV215B. I'm trying to give room for this i7, even though he wasn't giving room for me earlier. Dang it. Sometimes you have to ask yourself why you have to be a nice guy. And, but I don't know. It's just because you do. Be the good guy in this game, guys, okay? Don't be toxic. Alright? And don't block people. Give people room. There you go. My tip of the day. Support your allies, because your allies are going to be supporting you. If they have, well, they're going to try to be supporting you. So give them as much support as you can so that they can, in turn, hopefully support you. That's what I say. Make this game a better place. Make it a better place. You know, we might not be able to fix the game mechanics, but we can fix the game player base, right? Well, maybe not. So, why am I playing the FV215B? I completely sidetracked myself. The reason we were playing the FV215B at this time is because at the time there was the GTL, Global Tank League. And I was arguing to Sinister Face, who was the leader of Nightmare, that the FV215B, or who was, I don't think it was him exactly. I think it was someone else, CJ. I was arguing that the FV215B is a fantastic tank to use in competitive. But I was being told by multiple people, what are you, a moof milker? Of course, not those words exactly. I was, of course, the caller for Nightmare. And one thing I remember very distinctly is as a caller for Nightmare, I didn't do much calling. I mean, I did do a lot of calling, but I also remember being told I was wrong in every single game I ever called for, even though we beat Immortals. So I was like, okay, clearly we beat Immortals. We beat them 3-1, but I was still wrong. And I just remember that. And so this is my FV215B game, where I said the FV215B is fantastic for competitive. Yes, this is going to be a public match, but I'm going to pull it out anyway. And CJ, who likes being better, was like, all right, you're going to pull out your FV215B. I'm going to pull mine out. We're going to see who the better FV215B player is. I'm like, all right, he got arted. He's dead. I don't know if that's a show of skill, getting artillery, but he's dead now. He tried. Not much you can do about that. So I don't think this was really a show of skill as to who was better in the FV215B, but I still believe the FV215B is fantastic and competitive. But I'm not saying you should play the FV215B when you can play a Super Conqueror, other than Himmelsdorf South Spawn in counter battle, where the circle is on the hill, because the FV215B will get up there faster, and you only need 7 degrees to work that side of the hill, and you can get the FV215B up there and dominate it. So that's the only reason I would pull out an FV215B over a Super Conqueror in competitive. The other reason I would pull out a FV215B is if you're only allowed to take 2 of each type, which would be the GTL League. You're only allowed to take 2 tanks of each. So you can only have up to 2 Super Conquerors, up to 2 Chieftains, up to 2 FV215Bs, up to 2 T57 Heavies. So that's exactly what we would do on maps like Ghost Town, is we would take those 8 tanks, 2 of 4 different vehicles, and we would just YOLO people. And yeah, because the amount of hit points and DPM you have in that kind of a setup is ridiculous. And that's how we beat Immortals, is with that strategy there. So, Clone Guy, even though you're clearly a bad caller for pulling out the FV215B, explain to us why you were able to beat the Immortals being so bad. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is just when you're good at something, people want to think they're better, and so they tell you you're wrong. That's how life is. The more criticism you get, the better you must be doing at something, if you're still, performing well. In fact, there's a quote. I don't know who said it, but my sister said it, and I don't think she made it up. I think it was like, I don't know who said it. I wish I did know. If you know who said it, leave it in the comments below. But the quote is, the further a society drifts from the truth, the more the people will hate those who speak it. And it's like, that's absolutely true. I'm hated so much so by players in the Reddit, players in the forums, and it's just how it is, and lots of people in the game as well. But that's because this game is lost and drifting so far from the truth. And so is life. Life is the same way. And the more you speak the truth, the more people hate you for it. And yeah, that's just how it is. But here we are. There's the game in the FV215B from almost 2 years ago, Only 5,900 damage, not the greatest of games, but the tank isn't played that well, so that is an ace tanker. Plus, we were platooned with 5 people, so, I mean, if we lost that, it would have been quite embarrassing. But we get the win, nonetheless. So, let me know what your thoughts are on the whole accuracy thing, and perhaps accuracy isn't thrown off, and it's just the circles are rendered wrong. Let me know what your take is in the comments below, and make sure you go check out SpaceBANDIT and Koala Mentality's YouTubes. Links in the description below, and I'll be seeing you guys all later. Take care, everyone, and peace out.